Once upon a time, there lived a lonely man named Manush. He loved to go for his tranquil morning strolls by the lake. It brought him away from the busy corporate life into the depths of nature and the environment. More than the strolls, he enjoyed sitting at the park bench, eyes closed, enjoying the quietness. And every time he went for his evening walk, he brought his lovable little doggy Manas. Manas loved Manush so much that everywhere he went, the dog followed too. And Manush gave Manas a lot of freedom. Even though he had a restraint collar tied to him, it was long enough so Manas could move about freely. When Manush saw Manas running around chasing butterflies or leaping from one place to another, he smiled to himself. He was happy that Manas was enjoying himself. Manas was his only true companion, his happiness in a world filled with sorrow, grief, and regrets. There was one concern though. After his short stroll, when Manush sits at the park bench to enjoy the peace and quiet, quite often the restraint held in his hands will jerk as Manas runs about chasing things. Manas will tug at his restraint, jolting him from his peaceful rest. That distressed him a lot, but Manas was happy. That made Manush happy too. As time went by, Manush realized that by making the restraint shorter, he could control the movement of Manas. Manas had lesser things to play with, and so he moved less. He rolled the restraint in his hands, keeping Manas closer than a meter away from him. The next day, Manush shortened the restraint further. Now Manas was closer to him and within his control. Manas too started to realize that his movements were very restricted. On that day, Manush enjoyed a longer session of quietness as he sat on that bench. It was a new discovery for Manush. He felt really blissful. He looked at Manas as he got up, and Manas got up too, ready to leave. Manas was wagging his tail, following his footsteps as Manush walked. Manush now decided to put Manas to a final test. So on the following day, Manush completely left Manas free, and Manas kept still throughout, wagging his tail in submission to his master. And on that day, as Manush closed his eyes, he saw the light. The mind is just a bundle of thoughts. The little voice in your head is not you. Take control and live happy.